Hello, my name is David Morissette, and we're going to do a demo of loading Cisco VPN software on a CentOS 6.3 64-bit operating system to provide access to the Lehigh University network. Our objectives are, as I mentioned, to install the VPN software on CentOS 6.3 64-bit. To verify it seems to be working, we'll take a look at some things from the command line that can help you determine if it's working. And then we'll connect into something that requires VPN access at Lehigh University. And without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a web browser, and we're going to click on the little Firefox icon here. We have a fresh installation of 6.3 on a laptop going in through wireless. And we'll go to software.lehigh.edu. Now this only works for people who have Lehigh IDs and passwords, so you're either a student or employee at Lehigh most likely. You click on the little login button when you get the page, and then type in your Lehigh password and ID. And I always tell it never remember my password. You see that little login button that was up in the left hand corner disappears, and we're going to go down until we see Cisco. I went a little bit too far. Cisco Anyconnect VPN. We'll click the little check mark. Then after clicking the little check mark, we're going to go ahead and click on download. And we're going to click the Linux 64-bit Annyconnect pre-deploy. And we'll click agree to download. We're going to save the file. And this will take a second to download. Now, one of the things that's required while this is downloading, I'll explain, is in order to install this, you either need to have the ability to log into root, or you have to have been set up to run sudo. I'm actually going to run this installation using sudo, and setting up sudo will be another video. I'm not going to do it on this one, but those are some requirements that you'll need to have. As you see, if you're at home running across your wireless, it's going to take about 2 minutes to download, and then you'll be ready. And we'll wait for this to finish downloading. I can actually go ahead and close this browser for now. Now, what I like to do whenever I install software is I like to make a directory to isolate what I'm going to be unpacking if I have to unpack software to install it. Excuse me. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a right click in the blue space on my desktop, and I'm going to say create folder. And the folder I'm going to create can be any name. I'm going to call it Annyconnect, because this is the Cisco Anyconnect software. And if I double click the little folder icon here, you're going to see directories that are under your home directory. I'm going to go into downloads, and the package I want that I just downloaded was called Annyconnect pre-deploy. I'll open up my Annyconnect folder, and I'll just drag and drop that in there. Okay. So the next step is we're going to do a right click in the blue space, and I'm going to hit Open Terminal. And I'm going to make the terminal a little bit bigger so it's easier to see. Now when I start my terminal this way, I end up in my desktop folder, and you can see that illustrated right here by where I'm waving the cursor. So we're going to type cd space ... to move up a directory. Actually, I want it to be in that desktop, so I'm going back cd desktop. If you didn't do that yet, you're in the right place. I'm going to type cd space A, hit my tab key, or you can type out the word Annyconnect, and then hit enter, and I'll type ls. This file is actually packed and then tarred. So we're going to uncompress the compressed file by typing gunzip, known as gunzip by many Linux guys, and we'll hit enter. We'll type ls, and you'll see the .gz disappeared from the end, and the file will be a little bit bigger than it was. We're going to untar the package, so we'll type tar-xvf, and I type A and hit the tab key, and it will autocomplete. Or you can type out the Annyconnect-predeploy-linux, type out the whole file name, and I'll hit enter. And you'll see that we now have a directory with all the contents. So now I'm going to do a change directory into the Annyconnect file, or I'm sorry, Annyconnect directory. And you'll see that there are 3 directories listed under the Annyconnect directory. And what we're going to do now is we're going to run and install the VPN. And the way we do that, we're going to type sudo. This will allow me to run a command as root, and then /VPN _ install.sh, and then I'm going to hit enter. And then since I'm running from sudo, I have to type in my ECE password, or my user ID password that I'm running from. It comes up and it gives me a license agreement, which I have read very thoroughly, and I'll type a capital Y to proceed, and it's now installing, and you're all done. Now, even though you're all done, it's not running yet. So in order to get it to run, you'll click on Applications, Internet, Cisco Anyconnect Secure Mobility Client, and then start the actual program all the way to the left. To access Lehigh's VPN, you'll type SSL vpn.lehigh.edu, and you generally won't have to type this again. This will be stored and remembered. And then hit connect. And when it comes up, you'll see that there's a thing called group. Normally, most people go in under general access. If you need to get to some library type functions and library databases, you'll click this library resources option, and that will allow you to go to the library. But we're just going in with general access. You'll type in your Lehigh ID and your Lehigh password. And bada bing, you'll see this little icon up here. It looks like a little world, I guess, with a lock on it. And you are now connected to the Lehigh VPN. Now, how can we tell that we're actually connected to the Lehigh VPN? And one way we can do it is we can type IP space A, and that's going to give you your various connection information over the internet, your IP information. Here, sitting at my dining room table, my IP address is 192.168.5.102. I'm going in wirelessly through Granny's wireless router, and You'll notice I have another IP address down here, 128.180.68.177, and it's going in through a connection that this CSCO TUN 0. That's your Cisco connection, and that kind of tells me that, yep, it looks like it's working so far. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see if we can connect to something that requires VPN access. One thing I know that requires VPN access are the servers at called Leaf. So we're going to see if we can get a connection to Leaf. So we'll type SSH-L, my Lehigh user ID, and then leaf.cc.lehigh. Oops, I keep hitting this little thumb pad here. Clear evidence that I'm not a fluent. Okay, it's asking me to exchange a secure key. I'll hit yes, and it wants to know my password, and boom, I'm in. Okay, looks like VPN's working. Good, good, good. This concludes the tutorial on installing VPN on CentOS 6.3, 64-bit. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the video.